Hello and welcome to the Shiny Club. And today we are going to discuss our new project, which is to create an app that would take in user inputs that include some of the Shiny inputs, some of the image inputs, any branding inputs, and then the app should be able to create a brand YAML file for you. And the brand YAML file is very useful in different projects. This is the official brand YAML website. And the main reason why this exists is to create a unified branding with a simple file, which you can use in different directories for projects like creating reports, Shiny apps, which could be R or Python apps, dashboards, plots, and other projects. So the brand YAML has this format for specifying the format of the theming. So we have the meta section that includes the name and the link, the logo, the color palette, and then some semantic colors like primary, danger, secondary, success, and so on. You can also specify a foreground and background colors. You can also specify your own colors, as you can see here in the color palette, and then use those colors for the foreground, background, and semantic colors. You can also specify fonts that could either be downloaded from Google, or you can provide the link to your local directory. And you can also provide more information in the default section, which is not shown here, but there you can provide further information about quarter-specific bootstrap variables, for example, and so similarly, the Shiny specific variables that could also be bootstrap variables using pslib in both Shiny for R and for Python. And so the goal is that this brand YAML file is generated for you once the user inputs either manually all of these things, or ask an LLM to create the brand YAML file for you. There is actually an article that shows you how to do that. So the authors of brand YAML created this brand YAML prompt where you can copy this, and then you can tell your LLM to create a brand YAML file for whatever company using the following context from the company's brand guidelines, and include this prompt with this message, and provide any screenshots or text that include the information about typography, colors, logos, and so on. And so if this is provided, the LLM should give you the brand YAML file back. Here's one example for Walmart, where they start with the meta information, name and links for Walmart. And then there's some logo information, which is also further provided in brand YAML. Then these are from the Walmart branding guidelines, all the colors for the primary and secondary palette and so on. And those are also further provided within the brand YAML file. So the goal is that LLMs generate this for you, and then as a user of the app that we are creating in this project, you can further modify the file if you want, if you're not satisfied with what LLM has generated. So for this project, so far what I have is this simple app that has some basic panels for all of the sections of the brand YAML, and then a brand YAML preview on the right. So we have the meta information where you can provide the names and the links. Similarly, the logo information, color palette, where you can use the color picker package to select a color and provide it a name here. Similarly, you can provide semantic colors here, and you can provide fonts here. But this is incomplete. BrandYAML has more more options that need to be included here. And what is missing right now is that prompt for the LLM. So we need to somehow incorporate an LLM where you provide it with images as well as textual information, and then it should generate or modify this brand YAML file for you. So here I provided the short name. For example, if I change it to Walmart, then we see that it changes right away here. So the goal is that the LLM generates this file for you, and then you can make any changes if needed. So for this project, I'm thinking to use the Elmer package, which is great for chatting with LLMs. Those could be local LLMs available to you via the Olama package, or you can also use Cloudflare, which hosts a lot of models, and the models that are in beta are available for free. And so one of the models that is a text generation model is the Llama 3.18b. And if I show you my RStudio window here, let me stop the app here. So here I provided these instructions: create a brand YAML for Star Wars. This is a very simple instruction with no information about fonts, no information about colors. Just everything is given to everything is up to the LLM to make up. And the system prompt is that you make brand YAML files, respond with complete brand YAML file only. Do not include any instructions or any other words. Do not include the YAML and the backticks at the start and end of the response. And the following tells you what brand YAML file is. And so this file about brand.txt, this is that same prompt that was created by the brand YAML authors. And so we can provide that information with the system prompt. If I run this, and here I created this function that basically talks uh, to the endpoint of the Llama 3.370b instruct FP8 fast model, which is hosted on Cloudflare Workers AI models. And using the account ID and API key generated from a free account, I added all of this information in the get brand function. And then here is the header to request that I'm creating. So I provide the URL and then the API key. And in the request body, I'm providing the system role, and then the content includes the system prompt, then the user role, and that includes the user prompt. So we've seen the system prompt here, and the user prompt will be the instructions in this example. And then provide the request method is post, and then perform it and get the response back. And if it is successful, we get all the text back. So I've been experimenting with this. This is not yet in a stable form. And if I run this function and then I use it with my instructions and system prompt here, it takes a few seconds, and then we'd be able to get our brand YAML file generated by the LLM. And right now it's not great. I've tested it on Claude AI, and it works pretty well. But with Llama, it probably needs more instructions, more specific instructions, and more information about colors, etc., to provide a better result. And I think it also needs to be able to understand images if we want to provide like images of colors and fonts and so on. So this particular model does not. So we need to change that. So if I now create the brand YAML file on my disk and then take a look, so it created this, which is pretty good. We can see that it has the name and the links. They may not be accurate, but it provided us this boilerplate with logos, color palettes that it came up with on its own. And then there are three fonts that it's using. It's Star, Jedi, regular, italic, and open sans. This is pretty good. It also produced this default bootstrap options for Quarto. It's using the theme Lux, and also for Shiny, where it's using a brand blue for the navbar background. I think this is still pretty good, but probably could be better if we provide more specific instructions about colors and typography. And so this is the goal, that we get this file and a full flexibility for changing different things on the app as shown here, but with the ability to provide the prompt to LLM, get the response and chat to it, and maybe even request again to make some changes. So what we saw the result of was a text generation model that only takes in text. I'm now further going to experiment with this model, Llama 3.2 11B Vision Instruct, which supposedly should take in uh, the images and should be able to recognize the images and do image reasoning according to this. So it has some requirements, and there's this call request which I can adapt in my function. As I was saying before, I am going to try using Elmer as well. Right now, I'm only using hitherto, and there's this discussion on the Elmer issue where it's almost working, but there are some limitations. So hopefully this is fixed soon. If not, then I will continue using hitherto. And so here's an example of the that same model, the vision model, which here we see that if we provide this question, which era does this piece belong to, give details about the era, and this image is provided, then it provides this detailed result. And so I hope to use this model to basically create the brand YAML file using the information from the images if the user provides that information. So that's the goal. And this project is going to be a month-long project. So this project is going to be completed by April 4th. So if you're interested, please visit the Shiny Meetings GitHub and go to the create branding GitHub. So if I go to GitHub and visit that same repository, so here we have the Shiny Meetings repository. And if I scroll down and go to GitHub repo, so this is the one that I'm talking about. Create branding. Currently, I just have this experimentation with hitherto and Elmer on there, and it's month long, so it's going to actually complete by April the 2nd. All right, thank you. And if you are interested, please, you are welcome to contribute in any way you may want, and any pull requests are really appreciated. And I also have this issue open here for wireframing and features for the app project that we are working on. So please contribute and provide your ideas. Thank you.